It is yet another beautiful evening, and I believe you have enjoyed your week. Yes, some of you who have gotten challenges, yeah, challenges are part of life. They only come in to strengthen us, to make us more courageous. But of course, you who have gotten any celebrations, we bless the Lord who has enabled you. And here we are every single Friday at exactly 7 p.m. HealthPort is the program. This program is brought to you by Makerere University School of Public Health and together with Family TV. That is why you see us every Friday at exactly 7 p.m. right there in your living room to learn with the other people, the other Ugandans who are in Uganda and out of Uganda. Yes, this program has educated very many people. People are testifying that they are benefiting out of it, and we are glad. This is the reason we come back when we are stronger than before. Edwin Austin Mukalas is my name. Mebo Mronji, our sign language specialist. And we have Sister Damalie. Sister Damalie is a midwife, but she specialized in neonatal care, and she has worked in Mulago Hospital. Of course, when Mulago was shifted to Kawempe, that is National Referral Hospital, Kawempe, she still went there, but she's back to Mulago Hospital in the unit, the Women Specialized Hospital, in the neonatal unit. She's there. And we are glad that she's back with us to teach us how to deal with preterm babies. Remember, we introduced a topic of temperature last week, and she's building on this very topic. She told us how to deal with this baby when it has just come out of the womb, how the immediate care we give her. She said you can put her in a polythene bag. This is the commonest. But she also talked about a cling film, just in case you can have access to it. And today we are going to look at the other measures that can be taken to warm this baby. Sister,
yes, please.
We are delighted that we have you even this week.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, like we had introduced last time, I want us to go through the other measures that we can talk about, that we can ensure to make sure that our baby is warm. Yeah. Besides the immediate care that deals with the environment that it has come in.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm happy to come back to Family TV and talk about the newborn care in general and particularly to the preterm and in the aspect of temperature needs of a preterm baby. And previously, I remember we had talked about what I should do around birth,
Yes.
But to complete it, I still end this baby when it is in the mother's chest, between her breasts. Every baby, the mandate according to Ministry of Health, that whenever we deliver a baby, we put it between her mother's breasts.
Whether preterm or?
Yes, but more so if it is a preterm, it must be between the mother's breasts if I have dried the baby. But if
Why do you stress the word "it must"?
Because it is between the mother's breast that the mother is most warm, and we want the mother to stabilize the baby's temperature. So we put that baby there. If it is a full-term baby, mandatory for 1 to 2 hours. Then we cover the baby, what we call swaddling. But if it is a preterm, we may prolong that, as we are going to see. But as part of temperature care, when we deliver this baby, remember, one time we had put in a polythene paper.
Yes.
That means this is safe for transportation to the neonatal unit.
For how long should this baby be kept in this polythene paper?
It depends on where you are. If you are coming from Luwero to Kawempe, that is it. But if I'm within the facility, I'm coming from theater to the neonatal unit, still the duration will be less.
So the duration depends on where how accessible is the nearest facility.
Where you can find alternative warming methods. But still, the baby can be put in the mother's chest if the mother is stable, and we move when the baby is between the mother's chest we cover the baby with the mother, and we do continuous monitoring as we move to where this baby can be helped.
I look at a situation where someone has delivered by the roadside, and the attendants, the immediate attendants, have rushed the baby, and the mother is not with the baby. What happens? What do you do?
Those are the gaps we were talking about, and they happen so much to the preterm babies. When people receive the baby, sometimes they have not cut the cord very well, and then when you like tying it very well, when you lose blood again, you are worsening everything. So they tend to rush with the baby, but that wouldn't be the ideal. If this mother is stable, as I complete her birth like third stage, I put her baby skin to stabilize the baby's breathing and also to stabilize the baby's temperature. But a baby I'm putting skin to skin, I have to dry that baby so that the baby is warm, dry, and then starts warming by the mother. And the mother will be providing a warm environment for this baby, other than the clothes, where the baby will be having the role of warming the environment. Yes.
So then,
Other measures of
yes,
warming
other
babies,
measures.
as we were saying, when we have a baby who is less than 1.5 kilos, that is less than 1,500 grams, ideally that baby has to move to that place where they can put alternative warming methods. And the alternatives we have infant warmers, these are electric machines. We have incubators, and the incubator is again very good that it also thinks about the moisture, since this baby is having evaporative processes. So an incubator is there, and they can be set to regularize the baby's temperature. But there are others also. We have electric warming pads, which you can plug in, switch on, and then put under the baby.
Are they so common in most of our facilities?
They are not so common, but the incubators are common. And I want to thank Makerere School of Public Health when he was doing its interventions in Busoga region. This is part of the things they were buying: warmers, incubators to beef up, and many organizations, non-government organizations, think about this when they are intervening in newborn care. And at least in district hospitals.
Are these incubators the ones we commonly call nurseries in our layman's language?
A nursery is the unit where
unit.
newborn babies are nursed from. That is where they call it nursery. That the baby
So an incubator is in a nursery?
It's a machine in the nursery which works to warm the baby and stabilize the baby's temperature, but it considers the moisture. And some fancy machines like now in women's hospital, they do more than that. It can even monitor for you the baby, give you the temperature, tell you the humidity, and they have sensors, a lot of things which can work, and they're very good. Yeah, but not only that, we have seen that we can put in favela, we can clean our environment, warm it up, can put skin to skin. We have put that baby less than 1.5 in an alternative warming method.
Yeah.
But also, a baby might be above 1.5, but less than 2.5, and the baby is not doing well, breathing badly. Temperatures are not tallying according to the normal temperatures I told you. That baby will be also put in an alternative warming method. But if this baby was above 1.5, much as it is less than 2.5, but again, the baby is fine, breathing well, temperature is okay. Or okay, if we put it to the mother, we will straight away start warming the baby using the natural method, which they call kangaroo mother care, but can also be called father care. Yeah,
That is
we
the
encourage
problem.
both of them to participate.
Why do you call it kangaroo mother, yet it can also be done by the father?
We call it kangaroo mother father care, but why do we strictly talk about mother? She has other extra advantages on top of the father. The father will be a warming bed or a warm environment only, much as he can also monitor, but the mother has the source of food, and just feeding her baby in the chest can stimulate breast milk. and can sustain and take us to successful breastfeeding. Not only.
Anyway, sister, before we go to the importances,
Yes.
let us get to the starting point. What is this kangaroo mother care? Because you can talk about kangaroo mother care, but people are wondering what is kangaroo mother care. We know kangaroo as an animal.
Yeah. Add there the word father care.
Kangaroo mother father care.
Yes, because the father also has a big role to play. Kangaroo mother father care is a method of warming a baby, but not only warming, whereby we put a baby skin to skin between the breasts of the mother or the father or caretaker. We turn the baby's head on one side, the arms are on top of the breast, the legs are flexed and abducted as a procedure. Then we put a cloth. We can keep just there, or we can secure this baby so that the person doing it is able to move and do other things. But kangaroo mother-father care doesn't limit to only warmth. It involves monitoring. We teach the mother how to monitor her baby continuously. When we are talking about temperatures, we said that the babies will not communicate their needs.
Yes.
So even when a baby is changing condition, doesn't communicate. And even if made its communication, you may not understand the baby's language. Like if a baby is crying, you may think it needs shaking, but when the need is different, so they don't communicate their needs. So we encourage the mother. We have a few parameters. We tell her that at all times, look at your baby. Is the baby breathing? What is the color? Is the baby able to move the limbs? What is the status of the cord? Those kind, and we even tell them to monitor the baby's temperature. Can I demonstrate on you how the mothers monitor temperature?
Let us do that, sister, after a short commercial break. Okay. When we come back, you're going to demonstrate that on me. I'm lucky. I'm going to be...
You are going to be my baby.
As you think about the Lord just taking over your case and you are no longer in the midst of it, and he says, fear not.
Demons from the mountains, scream and leave.
In the name of
Demons from the graves, scream and leave in the name of Jesus.
Welcome back from the commercial break. Here we are. This program is Health Pod. You is just joining in. We welcome you. But this is the second part of today's show. Now, if you missed the first part of the show, you can as well follow our YouTube channel, Family TV Uganda, or download the Family TV app. You'll follow our programs. You don't need to rush home when you can't reach home in time, as long as you have the app on your phone. Yeah, you'll enjoy Family TV. It is the Family TV app right there on your Play Store. Sister,
yes.
Before we went for the commercial break, you wanted to demonstrate how a mother can monitor the baby's temperature.
Yeah, we tell them to feel the soles of the baby as the extremes and the palms. Now she has felt the extremity, but she should confirm by feeling the forehead, comparing with hers, like you feel a little cold.
So they get hold of theirs and then that of the baby?
Compare with the baby, like I'm comparing with you. Then we encourage them that if you find a difference, which can be too hot or too cold, come back to the facility, or if you are within the facility, access someone who can take the temperature. Yes.
Then, what are some of these procedures that a mother should take when they're practicing the kangaroo mother-father care?
As we said, that kangaroo mother-father care is not merely warmth. That's how we added on monitoring. But we have kangaroo feeding. Because you not warm a baby and monitor and the baby survives. And remember that this kangaroo mother-father care mandates the couple to take care of their baby when what a medic has done, the rest the mother can take over and reduce expenses and durations of stay in the hospital. So some of those things involve feeding. The mother will learn to feed. By the time we discharge this mother or put in the kangaroo room within the facility, the baby is taking breast milk.
Are there special rooms called kangaroo rooms?
Yes. Every nursery, every neonatal intensive care unit, others are called special care units, depending on the level where you are, is encouraged right from Health Center 3 to have a kangaroo room. But in the kangaroo room, may be general for others, like more than one mother. Basically, we admit the mothers, not the fathers. Yes. And then they will be like home in hospital, and commonly we don't discharge them from the nursery back home. We take you to the kangaroo room and show us that I can do this without you. But when we are near to intervene, and we do assessment every day, and we mandate this mother to manage her feeds. She knows when to increase, how much to increase, and when to take a different decision of her own, that much as they told me to increase, I can't increase because of what I'm seeing. Like the baby is showing signs that things are not going well, the mother can take a decision by herself. So it goes with the warmth, but there is also feeding on top of monitoring, and then there is what we call kangaroo discharge. We have parameters we base on in the facility that I think this mother is due to leave that kangaroo room and go to her environment in home. And then we have what we call kangaroo follow-up.
Kangaroo discharge.
Yes.
Before you leave kangaroo discharge,
Yes.
you've said there are some conditions you look at. Now, what do you base on to discharge this mother? And when you discharge them from the kangaroo room, do they continue with the practice, the kangaroo child mother-father care, all as long as they're discharged from the kangaroo room? That is the end of the story.
Thank you very much. When we discharge them from that kangaroo, what we base on to choose to discharge, not everything will be mentioned here, but some of the things that the mother can also contribute. One, the mother's ability to take care of her baby, and then her opinion to go home. But that opinion should not take an opinion to go home and we agree when it is not the right opinion. But sometimes they have rightful opinions. You think the baby is doing well and she tells you this baby is not fine. So we respect their opinion so much, but also the baby will be keeping a normal temperature like for 3 consecutive days in kangaroo mother care.
I think, sister, we can make it more practical and show these mothers how they can really do that, because sometimes some of our mothers still have the other traditional beliefs where even when such a situation happens, they still manage it at home, and they have to practice this kangaroo practice from home without visiting a health facility. So I think we can have a demonstration as we talk, and they see what they are supposed to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
The demonstration will be done, but it is hard to deliver preterm and think that I'll stay home, I'll make a sigiri, which can even suffocate the baby with carbon monoxide and all that.
Some others get bottles and fill them with hot water, then they surround the baby.
That is too hot environment, you cannot control, but the mother's temperature is a normal neutral temperature, which can't burn or which can't cool. And as the baby improves from the alternative warming method, we take it to this temperature, which is natural, because the one of the incubator is still hot, much as we can regulate it, but it's not natural. This is the natural one. But staying with such a baby at home has risks. These people at home may not categorize the way how the baby is breathing, and they commonly have breathing issues. Most of the prematures, depending on the cause, are likely to come out with an infection because of whatever it goes through and the cause of its coming out, which you would not manage at home. And then feeding. How will you determine the amount to feed? Amount to feed is calculated per kilogram body weight. And then we have what we call monitoring tolerance, ability to digest and absorb, whereby we would base on all that to guide you. And we don't only look at that, but we look at weight gain. We calculate weight gain every day to determine whether we are feeding enough or less. So they really need hospital support. And we're talking about kangaroo, whereby as a warming method. And we said that it's not only warmth, but there is kangaroo feeding, monitoring the kangaroo decision to discharge, and not only discharge. When we discharge these people to the community, we encourage them to be coming back for assessment and advice. Some of them are readmitted if things are not going their way, like they have a danger sign, the baby is not gaining as expected, and others just need to be advised, just need to be encouraged to continue. And we also give some supplements, like multivitamin supplement and some blood builders. Since everything came out early, we want to build the bone marrow to make blood like that, because anemia is one of their problems.
For how long can a baby be kangarooed, if I can use that word?
There is no duration of kangaroo, but I can talk about that in the types of kangaroo. When a baby has been like below 1.5, started in an alternative warming method, or a baby was less than 2.5, above to 1.5, but was sick and was in an alternative warming method, we don't scoop a baby and take to kangaroo all of a sudden. We do what we call intermittent. Mother can come in, do for 1 hour, put back the baby on that warmth, goes out, and we make that one at least 8 hours per day. But as the baby stabilizes and the mother gets used to what she's doing, this is when we go and do continuous kangaroo mother-father care. And the practice is that we transfer them to the kangaroo room where they can monitor their baby, they manage their baby, but we are in easy reach, we support until we see that these people are fully organized, ready to take their baby. We even involve the family members because the mother needs a collective support. And when we are in the far communities, we have what they call village health teams. We involve them, we link the baby to them such that they can check on the baby, report back, or encourage them to come back in case it is a danger sign.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But the real question you said is the duration.
yeah, the duration.
The duration does not happen to in general. It depends on individuals. If your baby is in kangaroo mother care, we want 22 hours to 24 hours a day. But the longer the baby will be done in kangaroo depends on how big the baby is. We want the baby at least to achieve the normal weight of 2.5 or 2 kilograms. So it will depend on where we started from and what the baby went through. Some babies start a little big, but they are very sick and they lose more. So it will take them time. The issue is, has the baby grown to manage its
In other words,
temperatures?
there is no specific duration that
No.
it is supposed to be done in such and such a period of time.
No.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, sister. We are grateful for this. I would call it a lesson because our people out there are learning, and I believe they learn and they have learned a lot from the illustrations, from the content itself that you shared since last week. We are indeed grateful, and I believe mothers out there, if you ever happen to have a preterm baby, it is not the end. Your baby can be managed and they can live. They can also live like any other child as long as you take precaution. So, Edwin Austin Mkalas is my name. Though our sister Damalie is our guest today, and Mamebo Murungi, our sign language interpreter. Thank you so much, you who has watched up to now. We are signing out. Jonah Jao, the producer, and Brenda, the associate producer, Tony Santo on social media, and Bantam in transmission. Good night, and have a blessed weekend.